Um, some simple drills that we've done in the past, and I'm going to show you 4 or 5 here that we do. The first one is simply called the circle of life drill. Circle of life drill, what we do is we paint 3-foot circles just with a can of spray paint. Every Monday, my managers will darken them in, and we'll paint 3 circles. We'll script matchups. So we try to put good on good. Here's a good example of 2 college football players. Obviously, they were seniors here, but they went on to play college football. And all we want them to do is push the other guy out of the circle. We don't want them to have fancy moves and try to like wrestle flip them. We just want them to push them out of the circle. It's a good place to work out issues. If you got 2 kids that are kind of beefing on each other, or if you got maybe 2 guys that think they both should be the starting wide receiver, good place to match them up here in circle of life. It's low impact. It's a 4 to 5 second drill, which replicates how much time you actually need in a game. So that's a good example of a competitive drill. And we would keep score of this offense versus defense. You can see some of my assistant coaches here are calling out the script so that we go really fast. I walk around and blow the whistle and say, go. And my assistant coaches are getting the on deck circles ready. And then I have another coach is simply keeping track of who wins between offense and defense. And our offensive guys are in white jerseys. Our defensive guys are in navy jerseys. Okay. Another drill that we like, and the video is a little bit hard to see here, but I think we can do it. Before I push play on the video, I'll demonstrate or I'll explain it. So we go on the sideline and we put 2 defenders with their knees on the sideline. And then 3 yards away, we have cones set up to create a 3-yard box. The offensive blocker is going to be with his knees between the cones, and the ball carrier is going to have a ball in his hand right behind him with his hand on the ground. So the offensive lineman needs to have 2 knees and 2 hands on the ground. As soon as I blow the whistle, it's really comes down to who's the fastest guy to get up. And the blocker is going to block one of them, and it turns into a one-on-one tackle for the other defender. The ball carrier is simply trying to get across the goal line, is all he's trying to do. Okay. Offense should communicate with each other. The defensive guys probably need to communicate with each other too. Obviously, that's better. One of the things I really would make sure you coach up on this drill is that the defense goes thighs and higher. You can say above the waist, which is fine, but sorry, our school bell's ringing, but it really needs to be thighs and higher, because what happens is as this drill gets more and more intense, then the defensive guys will start to go low. Okay, so it's really important that you make sure that you say thighs are higher. Okay, another drill that we really like here is called Joust. So Joust for us is basically a 3-on-3 drill. You have 2 offensive linemen. You have a D lineman. The offensive lineman can block the D lineman however they want to, and they should communicate. We oftentimes will say, if the D lineman lines up outside, then we'll draw block it or fold it or something or scoop it. If he's inside and trying to split him, we'll usually double team. We can work on a lot of different things here. Sometimes our O-line coach will stand over here to the side and signal to them on how to block it. Linebacker has his heels in the line. Wide receiver has his back heel on the line. So his back heel is going to intersect the linebacker's feet. The DB is going to have his heels on the back line here. We have a coach back here giving a cadence. Quarterback is just going to turn a handoff to the running back. Our arena that we call it is about 7 to 8 yards wide at the entrance, about 9 to 10 yards wide at the exit. Defense on one side, offense on the other. 1 point if the offense makes it 5 yards, 2 points if they score. And then the defense gets 1 point if they stop him inside the 5, and 2 points if they stop him at the goal line. We give 5 points for forced fumbles, but we coach the kids never to dive on a loose ball because we don't want an injury in these tight quarters. Obviously, that would be a really easy time for a kid to get hurt. It is a full speed drill above the waist. We usually go 7 live reps, and it's completely scripted. So we can get 7 reps in about a 4-minute period. And then at the end of this drill, we'll do push-ups for the losing team. And this is a really high intensity drill. The coaches get into it. There's a lot of pride taken in this drill. And you can see that we're working on a lot of skills in a tight phone booth type of area here, and getting better. And our kids really like this drill. Another drill we do here in the same arena, but it's a different way that we run it, is called Tunnel of Truth. So A lot of times we'll do Joust on a Monday, Tunnel of Truth on a Tuesday. The difference is Joust is set up for the running backs to kind of make their way through. Tunnel of Truth, we're a big wide receiver screen team. So Tunnel of Truth is set up for the opposite way. So we start off feeding the ball on the big end, and we try to end up on the short end. For Joust, we'll typically put our better player starters because it's such a high intensity drill. Tunnel of Truth is where we get a lot of our like backup guys in or wide receivers in, blocking in space. So it's scored the same way. If the offense gets to 5 points, then they're going to get a point. If they get to 2 points, they're going to get 2 points, or get to the second line, they get 2 points. If the defense stops them inside of 5, they get a point. If they stop them at the line, they get 2. You get some decent collisions here, but they're only in a 5-yard window for that matter, so they're controlled. This drill works best when the offensive guys communicate and they don't just block the guy head up of them. But the thing I like about this drill is first off, the way we set it up is the defenders are supposed to be on the intersects on the sidelines, so they should actually be a little bit wider, and the back guys on the line. What I like about this is it teaches the offensive guys on how to take good angles. And it also teaches them things like scooping and switching as well. So a lot of times whenever we run this drill, the offensive guys will take bad angles and then their teammate gets destroyed. And then sooner or later, a light bulb goes on and they go, man, if we just switch responsibilities here, my job's easier and your job's easier. So this is a drill that gets better for the offense as the season goes on. Okay. Something I threw in here, something that I really like because you can get a lot of reps in a short amount of time, is just red zone one-on-ones. I think we all do one-on-ones in open space, but I really like doing them in the red zone because from the 5 or 10 yard line, this is where it's most crucial for your receivers to make that big one-on-one catch. And it's most crucial where your corners are most likely going to be in man coverage. So we go on the 10-yard line. The wide receiver will signal behind his back to the quarterback. Quarterbacks will hold the ball, and they're either going to throw a fade to the corner or they're going to throw 2-step slant inside. And again, we keep score of this. It's 1 point, for every rep. And if the defense knocks it down, we usually give an extra point, or if the defense picks it off, they get an extra point. So again, I know a lot of us do one-on-ones. There's nothing like mind-boggling about this, but we do these every Tuesday. So Monday we focus on in our beat our rival drill. Mondays we do vice drill with the wide receivers, DBs, which is really physical. And Tuesdays we do red zone one-on-ones. And 1 week we'll work on the right hash. The next week we'll work on the left hash so that we're getting equal reps on both sides.